Hey you guys, so I'm gonna take off where I left off at last time when I told you about my junior year. So this is about my senior year. So the guy that I was dating, I told you all about in my last video. Um, when I went up back to Iowa for the summer, he had made a comment about he was gonna kiss another girl or something. He was just joking. I don't know how it came into the conversation, but I got really mad and I just held it in. I didn't say anything. And I assumed at first we were going to stay together, but so as the summer progressed, it was probably like a couple weeks, and I was hanging out with my friend from my first job at Godfather's, and we were partying a lot. And by the way, rest in peace. But what happened was we ended up, I got drunk and we ended up making out. And so I broke up with him after that. I never told him, but if he's watching this, he knows who he is, maybe. But yeah, I broke up with you that summer because I cheated on you. So I'm sorry about that. Anyways, yeah, so if you guys watched my first acid trip video, this was that summer. Around that time, this is when I met the next guy I started dating online, and that's when I relapsed. Right after I started dating this guy that I met online, from that night I was tripping acid, that's when I started doing meth again after being clean for that 6-month period. So what ended up happening was I got a job that summer, and we broke up sometime around then because, okay, so there was this car lot down the street from my house. Around that time, I started detailing cars for this old man that had a car lot right next to my house around that time. And one time when my boyfriend was at work, I was at his house. He was at work, and I invited this old man that I clean cars to come over and smoke with me, smoke some weed. And I didn't ask my boyfriend at the time, and when he got home from work, he was really upset, and we broke up over that because he thought I cheated on him, but I never cheated on him. But yeah, we pretty much just stopped talking after that. So yeah, I started working at this place called Zio Giano's. It's like a Italian fast food place slash restaurant slash bar. So I worked there for a couple months, and I was partying a lot, going to parties and doing meth, and that's how I lost my job, because I got really sick at work one day, and I was just so paranoid. I was getting mad at people talking about me because I had caught chlamydia around that time, as people at work found out, and they were talking about me, and they could tell I was high on meth, and they were just talking shit, and I got mad. And one day at work I got really sick while I was serving, and I threw up. I ran in the kitchen and threw up, and so I quit after that. And oh yeah, so instead of going back to, because I got that job, my mom was like, you can just stay here, and if you work, maybe you can get back online and get your degree. So for that whole 6 months, even though I lost that job around like October, November, pretty much that whole 6 months I was just going to parties and doing meth. I wasn't having people over at my house so much this time because I was trying to lay low, trying to be cool, but I got along pretty well with my mom. She never found out. I didn't tell her until I went back to Nashville. So around Christmas time, or Christmas time, I decided to go back to Nashville and go back to school again like I did the last year before. So the second semester, my senior year, I went back to the high school and lived with my dad's moms, and I was pretty much clean that whole 6 months. I was going to school, and then I got a job at Barbie Cutie, and I was just working, and I was going to parties on the weekends, and my friend had graduated, so she wasn't living with me this time, and I was just working and hanging out with the kids from school and going to parties every weekend at my cousin's house, because I was allowed to stay the night at my cousin's house, my step cousin, because he was close to the family. So we would go out every weekend, and that was fun. And it started off for most of that year, I was just doing Adderalls, but then towards the end of the year I found a Meth Connect again, and I started doing that, and that's when I started kind of distancing myself from the family and started going out more, and they had no idea. And so I ended up I didn't graduate yet, because so I finished that semester, did good, I got good grades, and oh shit, here comes the sprinklers. Okay, anyways, yeah, so I got good grades, I finished the semester, and so at the end of the year, well, I was still gonna have like gonna have to go online to